morning, Ajit.
It's not showing it yet. There's obviously a...
Breaking free off grid.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? You guys got stuck.
Hi, Chris.
If you guys don't know, Breaking Free Off Grid, need to go check them out, say hi to them. So we've been trying to watch and see how delayed it is. So Kim's got hers running right now to see how delayed the live is from what we see to what you guys see. So I think there's a commercial going right now, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, now there's a commercial.
There's two.
Okay, live.
Hi, Sue. Hi, Thomas.
Tony, how are you guys doing? That slide off the driveway was scary to watch in your last video. That was terrifying. Luckily, you had the winch. We need to get the winch set up. It just reminded me how much we need to get that actually set up. So Kira's on her way. Nature called, and she's taking care of that business. And she'll be back. But I don't know if you can see out our back window. We woke up to snow this morning. We've had a few days of gorgeous weather, and then it snowed. We were shocked. I left the dogs out in the yard, and they were barking at us, and I just thought they were barking. And Kimmy said,
what did I say?
It looks like it's snowing outside.
I did. I said, it's snowing outside. It was beautiful yesterday, and now we have snow.
The road is fixed enough to get out. Good. I'm glad you guys aren't trapped because that's kind of a big deal. Good morning, Chris. Did I get your message on Messenger? So
hi, Chris.
I do not do Messenger on the 'Cause We Can Farms Facebook page. I just feel like that would be become very, what's the word? Time consuming. Yeah.
Hi.
So I'm just not setting that up on Messenger. So you'll have to send me an email. But Chris, I did get the message where you said I look like I was getting skinny, and I appreciate that. It's not happening, but I appreciate that.
Hi, Daniel.
Good morning, Idaho from Northern California. Rita, good morning. Good morning, Daniel.
Hi, Tigger Cares.
Good morning, Chuck.
Hi, Chuck.
Good morning, John. Are you new, John?
You haven't seen
I
that
feel
name
like
before.
you're new. I don't know that name. If you are, welcome. If you're just usually quiet, thanks for commenting. So we are
Brenda,
good morning.
Heather.
I'm having your tea that you sent me. Good morning, Heather. How's everything going? It's going pretty good, other than we're getting snow this morning. So that's kind of put a kink in some of the plans of the things that we're going to do today. But we'll figure out something. We're trying to make forward progress every single day.
I feel like it's going pretty good, though.
Yeah, I do too.
I think things are getting better. So
hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
How did the stove go with the flu?
We're going to get to that.
We are going to get to that. We're going to let a few more people get on. We're just going to say good morning to everybody. And then we're going to talk about our super mean rooster. Oh, Heather, I'm so glad your grandma is doing better. She has definitely been in our prayers. Good morning, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
How are you? This is some good tea, too, Brenda. Thank you for the Earl Grey.
And the coffee, too.
Yeah.
Tigger Care says, my daughter told me she lost 2 pounds and I told her to stop it because I found it.
Oh, that's rude. I might have found it too. Is that one of those things where you lose 2 and it just goes out into the universe and it finds whoever wants it? I don't want it. No, I think that I have been emotionally eating, which is bad, but I'm feeling pretty good. We got 3 days of really good sun.
And sun and more vitamins in our system, and I feel like we're both a lot more motivated and more cheerful.
I think we're completely past. Good morning, Carl. Completely past the COVID.
Hi, Carol.
Drag down. That's what we're gonna call it. It's John. Oh, I miss John.
He said it's cold again here. I'm currently in school in West Tennessee.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hi from Florida, Karen.
Good morning, Florida.
How come they have your picture and information on there?
I don't know, but I will go check that because it should not be on there. Thank you, Chris, for that. I appreciate that. I missed. Tony said something. Tony is she's new on our lives.
Pure vitamin D.
Actually, my vitamin D levels were good. I went and
Hi,
got my
Nancy.
blood test done, and they said that my vitamin B was low, and my C and my D were all normal. So that was interesting that the vitamin B was low. But I've been eating like crap, so that's a real thing. Just got to say that out loud. It's just a thing. Food really. Oh, good morning, Anita.
Hi, Anita.
So glad you made it. Good morning, Nancy. So we have. Let's get on to talking about these roosters.
Yes.
So we have two now. We have Flapjack and we have Stew.
Stew is not our friends.
Not your Stew, Tony. But
Stew assaults you.
He's a little bit smaller. We think he might have small man syndrome. Good morning, Vicky. Napoleon syndrome is what we call it. And can I just say the snow is really coming down now, and it's like
they can see it back here.
It's like twirling.
Look at that.
It's like twirling. So the wind is obviously doing crazy things, and they're big, giant, fat flakes. So Stew, he's a little bit smaller. And he used to be really reserved, but now he's doing this, I'm going to come at you and attack you thing. Flapjack, he's really chunky. He's actually the one that I'd like to breed all my girls, because then he'll pass on that genetics of that bigger, thicker bird.
Well, Stu keeps at it. He might not be there to breed the girls.
Well, Stu got renamed because what was he in the beginning? In the beginning, he was General. Or
General 2, because General 1 disappeared
because we did have 3. So, and we've kind of kept him around. Shouldn't have given you those cookies, Brenda. No, Brenda. Shh.
Those were good cookies.
Good cookies.
Oh my gosh, they were so good. I got assaulted by Stu this morning. I went outside to, check out the weather and
bring the dogs
in, and he came at me, and we were in a full-on fight, and I ended up on the ground, not from him, but because of the ice. And I tell you, I was like, what did I do to make you so angry? I finally had to get a stick.
Well, he's been like that the past few days.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's spring. Spring is in the air and he's feeling frisky. I don't know. But usually what I found out is if I have my robe on, the movement of the robe gets him all stirred up and he attacks almost every time. John says he's new here. I missed it because a bunch of people said
I'm somewhat new here. I've subscribed to you because the Johnsons promoted your channel. Well, thanks, John.
Oh, that's so sweet. We're so glad that you're here. We love the Johnsons.
Mm-hmm. They're good friends.
They are actually very good friends of ours.
Chuck says he's glad to see us so chipper this morning. We both seem a bit giddy. Well, we're often quite giddy.
We really are. We actually just usually have a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yes. So, anyway, so with Stu, I definitely, when I'm wearing my robe, I found that he comes after me. But the other day he came after me and we were getting ready to leave. And then I had to practice taekwondo on him. And I got him good. And and he walked away. He was like, oh, never mind. And walked away. And so I haven't had a problem with him.
I tried my taekwondo this morning. I was not
working.
I ended up on my bum. It was not good. Yes.
John, we agree.
We agree. Stu should become Stu.
He should. And like I said, we've only kind of been holding on to him. So I have the Wyandotte birds and I want to get eggs and hatch out eggs, or get the girls to sit eggs or something for more babies. Because last year when I bought these guys, they were the day-old hatches. I got them from McMurray Hatchery, and we had an owl swoop in and steal 7 babies. And so we lost a bunch of the babies. Ooh, a spray bottle, Karen.
Everybody's saying that, or a water gun. Yeah.
Oh, that I can see it now. A little holster with a couple water guns in it.
Thanks for the ideas. We totally should. That'd be awesome.
That's probably gonna happen.
Stu keeps you on your toes. Carry a water gun.
All right, we're gonna try it. Yeah, so we've had that issue, and they're really and truly, Flapjack is the dominant. He is the alpha rooster, and Stu is the next in line. But
Since he's a little guy, I think he's trying to show the ladies that he's
so.
tough.
I
I'm
think
tough.
he's like, I can
Look,
take
ladies.
those. I think I can take on the humans. He's not very smart because we feed them.
So here's something fun. Anita said, just came off a Zoom meeting and I catch myself waving and exclaiming, good morning, like you could hear and see me.
Those are so funny.
And then Mary says, I do the same. I'm always waving back at Kira.
So funny.
Hi, Roxana. Hi, Jan.
We are going to set up Zoom meetings for, I think I'm going to try and set up a Zoom meeting for our members only thing. I'm going to give that a try. We'll see. I'll let you guys know.
Here comes Kira.
Oh, she's going to make it.
Still.
We've kind of been waiting on her. She definitely has some chicken stories.
She was here, to be fair, just probably a couple minutes beforehand.
Yeah. Yeah.
She had to run off real quick.
Yeah, she had to take off. So, so now we only have 3 of the Wyandotte hens and the 2 roosters. We do have the other ones that we rehomed for some people at church. They're not laying. Our girls are laying. The Wyandottes are laying. We had 1
of the other girls.
Of the other girls were laying, maybe 2, but that's pretty much it. And he said that. He said they just didn't have the heart to dispatch them. So we're going to end up doing that this spring, probably here.
Michelle.
Good morning, Michelle. So I do want an egg booster feed. Roxana, we feed it's a basic chicken feed. There's not anything. And actually it can be for the chickens and the ducks.
Connie's funny. I'm here eating chips and cheese sauce. Hi all cheesy fingers.
Good morning, Connie. So funny. I want cheesy. I can't have those. I'm getting chubby. It's just rude. Why can't I have Kira's metabolism?
I know, right?
Why can't I have Kira's metabolism? Oh, right? Volume.
It's echo. Hey, Connery.
Your talk to text is being mean. Chris. Yes, you guys. It's pink. Connie, it's pink. It's super pink. It looks red right now.
Come forward so everybody
but it
can
actually
see
is pink.
Look at that.
Look how cute that is.
Oh, she's so
So
good.
now she just needs little headbands so that she's not throwing it back in a hat and covering it because it's super cute. And it films really nice too. Yeah, films really
Mary's
nice.
waving back at you.
Yeah.
Yay! I can see her.
I can
See, Mary, we can see you.
Yeah, the pink looks so cute. So we had to strip it. For those of you that don't know that are new here, we had a poll on what color Kira should do her hair, and
because she was blue.
She was blue.
It's silvery blue, mind you.
Yeah. Well, it started out as just a regular blue, and then went to a silver blue, which is really cool. So, yeah, and the last couple of videos I've been editing here recently, and the pink shows up really, really well in the videos when she doesn't have it under her hat.
You have all sorts of people saying hello to you.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. My hands are...
Thomas says it looks good for sure.
Thanks, Michelle. I helped her with it.
Yeah. Okay, so she has to help me with my hair because every time I dye my hair by myself, something ends up looking like it got murdered.
Kira, those socks are super fun.
Thank you.
So the oyster shell keeps the egg production and strengthens the egg shells and replaces the calcium in them too. I did have some some of the oyster stuff out. I think I just ran out. So usually when we're in really big production, I throw that out there.
Thank you, Randall.
But right now the shells are really nice. Like they're not, we did get one super soft one.
Oh, that was so weird.
And Kim was off at a class, and so I saved it for her.
It was squishy. It was like so squishy.
It was crazy.
It was so weird.
But I think that was stress, and the stress would have been from we lost 2 more chickens right underneath the RV, the ones right under the RV.
I voted it was an owl because...
I don't think it was an owl. An owl couldn't swoop down in there.
Okay, I'll tell you why it's not an owl. Because I was in bed. It was right about 10 o'clock, and I was reading my book, and I heard squawking like the bird had fallen, but then it kept squawking as it got closer and closer to your cabin and farther away from me. And so it had to have been something that grabbed it and carried it off.
I'm thinking a bobcat.
Bobcat, cougar.
I don't think it's a cougar. We do have cougars.
Something like that.
I hope it's
I
either
think
the
it's a
weasel or
bobcat.
the owl.
No, it's a
wasn't either of those.
bobcat. It's most likely a bobcat. The weasels will rip their heads off and suck all the blood out, which is really freaky. And the second one was that way. So they don't actually take the birds away.
Yeah, the second one still had its
Okay.
Either way.
Me and Kim looked at it, and I was
I
like,
have not seen any foxes here. I did put up game cameras last year and haven't seen any, but I am going to put up more game cameras around, and then we'll get to see what maybe it is.
we might
So
have possums.
Fox.
I really hope we don't have possums, because possum poop is toxic, and if it gets on the hay and then you feed it to the critters, it's really bad.
Carrie would love it if it was a fox. 'Cause
No, she wouldn't, because
that's her favorite animal.
that would be bad.
She would try and make it a pet.
Because I have
I know her.
a tool belt without water guns in it.
Do you think raccoon could have done it?
I hope raccoon. I don't feel as bad.
A raccoon could have. I mean, we're gonna have to put up the game cameras.
It'll be cool. It'll
Okay.
be cool to see.
So apparently we shouldn't count foxes because we all three are foxes.
Oh, well, who
Aw.
said that? Because they're our
Cousin.
favorite.
Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Wait, Chris, didn't you give her a proposal?
We get to tease Chris as much. You have foxes at your farm, Daniel?
Are they
So
pets?
Kira and I went zip lining once.
Look at that. It's
And-
R&D Benton.
Oh,
Old Homestead
hey.
on here.
Is this Mama Darla
Good
or
morning.
Papa Randy?
We're happy to have you. Chuck's working the night shift. Time for the thief.
What?
Hi, Priscilla.
We're confused.
Heather says she
Oh.
wants some beef jerky from Randy and Darla. It looks delicious. So I know you're going to get some. Just
Yay.
kidding, for real. Let me know how good it is. It's amazing.
It
really
is amazing.
So, hi, Priscilla.
Hi, Priscilla. We did miss
We
you.
did.
Yeah. La Vag.
Michelle.
Just say
Yeah,
Michelle.
Michelle.
That's Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle said she failed Possum 101 and picked one up, thinking it was dead.
Uh-oh. Now that's a story.
Oh, wow.
That is a story.
Chuck says to meet the rifle. That's what he was saying.
Uh-huh.
Connie loves the R&D aprons. We do too.
We do too.
Darla's amazing. She does all sorts of cool things.
Those are so cute.
Yep.
Fun fact about possums, Michelle, is possums are actually very good garbage disposals.
They are.
So you do not want to kill them. You just want to try to see if you can relocate them. If you come across a dead possum on the side of the road, check to see if there are babies, because you want them alive. Want possums alive, because diseases, they are capable of dealing with them better than any other
Well, and
scavenging critter.
Possums are what have given us the snake venom,
Anti-venom.
anti-venom.
Oh,
Thank you.
that's cool.
Yeah, because they can
Look at all
handle
the stuff I'm learning.
they can handle snake bites, like cobra snake bites
Oh,
and
wow.
stuff, like 30 snake bites, and
Hi,
that's how they've
Rebecca. Good morning.
gotten the
I
anti-venom.
wonder if they're
And they also eat ticks. They're really, really good for ticks.
So you missed our conversations about
The
roosters,
roosters.
and such. Do you have any input on roosters?
don't
Any
make
crazy
faces.
roosters?
Okay,
If there
so-
weren't roosters, we wouldn't have chickens.
Okay,
You need to.
so I'm going to try to convince her to get
yes,
this
Connie,
one.
she is.
Yeah, this one breed of chicken,
Yeah.
the rooster. It's solid black, and
Yeah, those are
we
cool.
had a hawk come in, and this black solid rooster took it hawk out, and we're like, oh, that bird's good. So all the other roosters around were like, no. It's the bird's like, I'm gonna take you, and he's like, okay, he took him.
Well, I don't want to change breeds. That's
Mama Darla.
So it's Mama Darla.
Hi, Mama Darla.
So how I keep track of my chickens and how old they are without doing you gotta read silently, without having to put the little plastic wristbands, the jail release bands on their feet, is I buy one particular breed and I keep that breed for 2 years, and then I bring in a different breed. And then I know who needs to be processed when. So, and the Wyandottes, I really love them because they are a meat egg layer, so you actually get some meat off of them when you process them.
And there's multiple types of Wyandottes.
There
is that
are,
right? Okay.
Yeah, so
I'm learning.
like, I'm gonna keep that breed. They're known actually for being easy to tame, so they're not crazy. They like people. They like being around people. And the girls do it all the time. They'll just walk right up, like, "What are you doing?"
I wish we would have held them more when they were little, though, so they'd actually let us pet them. And
Yeah, I think when I order in the new breed, then I will we'll make sure we really interact. We'll have more time. Last year we were trying really hard to get the shipping container livable, and we didn't get that done. But
we had some downfalls, though.
We had some really.
You broke your foot. I broke my ribs, and I mean, like, it was.
Yeah, we had all those things, but honestly, it's the learning while we're building. It just is slower, and filming while you're building, again, that makes it 3 times slower. So,
I was learning.
even with someone else filming, you still have to say, "Oh, hold on, I'm gonna do this thing. Come film it." Like, unless you have 5 cameras all over the place, but then your editing is gonna take super long. So it just takes a little bit longer, and I'm not complaining about it. I'm enjoying the whole process of everything. And
to be fair, it was a brand new, and so, like, learning that process is hard too. So, you know, Heather has to sometimes give me direction. Yes, honey.
Okay, so off topic from the chickens. Connie and Mary, I know a lot of fun random facts about a lot of animals. I watched a lot of Animal Planet and animal documentaries growing up.
And she
so we'll talk about that
has
in
the
the end.
T-lids. She random fact, but we'll talk about
Yeah.
it.
I like my random facts.
So all your tips on roosters, I guess you just, once they're aggressive, it's over, is kind of what I've been reading. I've actually never had an aggressive rooster. We did have some bantams, the little ones, when I first got out of the military on my first farm, and they just showed up. So I think somebody dumped them.
Oh.
And we had a really aggressive one, and he became chicken stock because I had a 5-year-old. My son was 5 at the time. And you guys will get to see him. He's in an upcoming video.
Yes.
We just filmed that yesterday.
He's so handsome.
He's so handsome.
Banties are the
I
ones
just
that
can't believe he's almost 30.
like get just as big as your hand,
The
right?
little ones, yeah, they're
Yeah.
small, and they're known for being aggressive.
I had a rooster one, and oh my gosh, he was so mean. I sent him flying one time, nicely, just nicely.
No, you
And-
can't be nice with them. I mean, that's the problem, is they make you be aggressive.
Yeah, so as nicely as I could,
Mhm.
and I was like, he was still going. So I hung him upside down for 2 hours in a tree. It came back after 2 hours, and then he just left me alone. I was like, every time he tried to charge me and I turn around, he's like, no, walk away. I was like, that's what I thought.
Yeah, this.
Because I'm not allowed, like...
I just don't want to have to be that aggressive, so I've kind of made the decision that if I will always get a mixed group of birds, because then I have young roosters to put in the freezer, so it meets that need. But also I can switch around. So when we order the next group, or if someone gets hatched out, then maybe we can start with a younger rooster. And I don't know if anybody's like taken a baby rooster and really interacted with them a lot, so maybe they're more friendly. So I guess that was kind of my question. We could try that. If anybody's done that, let me know if that makes a difference or not. Because I won't keep a mean bird. I have grandkids coming, and they hang out, and they're here, and yeah, Stu will go to Stu really fast if he goes after one of the grandbabies.
Yeah, it's like this morning and trying to, find a balance of not. I didn't want to hurt the bird, but I also didn't want him to keep attacking me. So
yeah,
Dutch Brothers does, Connie says.
That's coffee.
They do what?
What do we do? What are we talking about? Are you guys having a conversation without us?
I think she's answering one of your rooster questions. Apparently, there might be a channel called Dutch Brothers.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
The
the
coffee.
coffee place.
So yeah, clear that up. Roxana, with Kira's autism, aggression is really an issue, and so we work really hard on her not being aggressive. So that is a thing. If you've been around many autistic people, it's kind of a normal thing.
She does have many talents,
She
Randall.
does. Lots of talents.
And knowledge.
Yeah. Well,
Love
Animal
language.
Planet was your thing. Like, you watched lots and lots of Animal Planet.
Yeah, I watched lots of Animal
Dutch the
Planet.
YouTuber. Gotcha, Roxanne.
I watched a lot of Animal Planet. Ooh, my favorite was the most extreme, where it gives you 10 animals and it lays out the most extreme about them. Like, one was poison, like who was the most poisonous, and it did snakes and spiders at the same time, so it was kind of a mix between that one. But Black Mambas came to beat the black.
Yeah.
Black
We used to
Widows.
watch lots of Animal Planet when my son was little. So Randall mentioned that you do that with your roosters, and then you don't have aggressive ones. So that's actually a really good tip. I think when we hatch out babies, because we're definitely hatching some ducks and some chickens. We're collecting all of the. So I found with the duck eggs, I was doing some research, is you basically hoard them for 10 days, put them in the incubator, and then hatch out. And so my son has said he'll hatch out some at his house for me. The grandkids can watch that whole process. And so we're going to hatch out that. And then we'll just fill the, we'll basically keep all the eggs for 10 days, chicken and duck. And we'll try to hatch out all of those. And then Carrie has mentioned that she would raise them for us in the heat lamp, since we can't run a heat lamp constantly.
Terry says someone I knew got feed store chickens, kept them in a box in their bedroom, carried them around, then outside once they jumped out of the box.
And they were friendly. I mean, I think you'd get a lot of it. I'm going to tell you, baby birds are stinky. Like, they smell, and you have to be on it with keeping those clean. No, I had them in the
little RV.
I had them in the RV. They were actually in Kim's room before she was there. And I would bring them in and out to kind of acclimate them, because the days were warm enough, the nights were not. But it would get really warm. So I would close that room all up, and it would get really hot in there. And then I could bring them in at night, and it would be warm enough for them. But it wasn't warm enough for the quail, and I lost all my quail. And then it was too hot for the quail. So it was too cold, and then it was too hot. It was really hard. Quail, I have been told, are sensitive. So I may just wait on quail until we get the solar set up and the barn all set up and all of that kind of stuff. Yes, very friendly with them, not so much others. Oh, okay, I got you.
Heather had a ninja turkey, it says. She says, and my father broke his neck in one snap. He was finished on chicken kitchen table. I can't read. Whatever. I can't speak.
We found out that our 2 turkeys are hens, and so now we are looking for for a big boy. And I want the Royal Palms. I like the Royal Palms. And I do like the red bourbons, I think are what they are.
The Rhode Island Reds?
No, I'm talking about turkeys.
Isn't that also a turkey?
No, it's a chicken.
Yeah, don't get the Rhode Island Reds. They're mean.
Duck eggs are the best for baking and cakes, the texture and light and fluffy. Okay, we'll try that, because we ate them as scrambled and we didn't like them.
No,
they were kind of grainy, so we weren't really into that.
Words are hard.
They are hard.
We do it all the time.
Okay, so we've talked about the roosters. What was the other? Did you guys have any questions on any of the recent videos that we've had, that we've put out? I know that there was some concern about the one about depression. And yes, it is something that I have been dealing with kind of quietly in the background. I think that's what's been the motivation issue and all of those things. And I was just really hoping to inspire you guys with what I do to pull myself out of that. So, oh, your daughter gets sick on duck eggs, even tried to hide them in cooking because we had ducks and she got sick, so her body knew what I did. Oh, I wonder why. Can she eat duck meat? Have you done duck meat with her? I would be curious if that was. I love duck.
They're There really is a difference between waterfowl eggs and non-waterfowl eggs. I have learned. So that could
Because
be
you have
it.
that did the allergy thing. Did that show on there?
No, it showed for Dylan.
Oh, did it with him?
Yeah, Dylan is really bad with eggs. So I think Mom tried duck eggs and didn't seem to have a big issue.
Oh, that's really good. Because, yeah, he can't have eggs in anything. He's like celiacs with eggs, with chicken eggs.
Tigger Care said never had the duck.
Your face
Okay.
tells your mood, Heather.
So it really does. I cannot hide it at all.
Nope.
She never ate duck.
Vicky wants to know if the stove is working.
Okay. So it is working, and I think it was the plug in the bottom was the real issue, and that video went out this morning. So yeah, I really think that the plug in the bottom, which was causing it to not have air intake, and obviously adding the once we get everything really sealed up, then you have to have the hole going out the outside. I do need to purchase the kit for that though, and that's expensive.
Jennifer, hi.
Let's see. Oh shit, answering. Guys are talking to each other.
Okay, so there's a couple things. Randall said the wood stove issues. You took the plug out and it draw better. You showed.
Yes.
Where is the plug? Would ash fall out on the floor?
So the plug is on the bottom, but there's a drawer in there, and so the ash falls into the drawer, and it's to help. What I was told was easier cleaning, and so you can just sweep everything into that, and you can pull that out. So you're not trying to scoop and transfer it into a bucket and then carry that bucket out. So that's part of the stove issue, or the stove thing. So I'm assuming they put that drawer in there because it has to have the air intake pipe. So it would fall on the floor if you didn't have the drawer, and then the clean out thing is just easier.
Terry said COVID-19 can play with the brain, and many have reported acknowledged motivation leading to depression, foggy brain, and troubles carrying a train of thought. Yes,
We
that has
agree.
happened.
We
Yes.
totally agree.
We do have rabbits.
So we do have rabbits. Is that Rebecca? Did I see that over there? Okay, Rebecca, we do have rabbits. I'm doing a little bit more on the other channel. We are breeding them. I love rabbit meat. And I love the fertilizer that they give, and I just love rabbits. So they're one of my favorites. I would actually rather have rabbit than meat. Than chicken.
I was like, rabbit is meat.
Especially for raising them. I mean, there's nothing better than a rotisserie chicken or a smoked chicken, but smoked rabbit's good too. But as far as the cleanliness of the animals, I prefer them. They're
And the ease. They're just so easy
so
to take care of.
simple.
Rebecca, go to Cause We Can Farm to Table. That's where she talks about the animals more in detail, and she just did a video on rabbits.
Yeah, because we bred them, so they should be pregnant, and we hopefully will be having babies. We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see. So I'm actually editing that video today, and that should go out in the next couple of days.
Jan says we need to get the liquid paste fiberglass cleaner for the door. Only way to clean the black off.
Okay,
It's
we'll
not
pick.
good
We're
for
gonna
rabbits.
pick some of that up.
Kira likes to try to use her shirts.
Rabbit is delicious.
I'd like it to be known I can't use Windex because it's not good after you use Windex to start a fire. So it's like, ooh, best option.
The whole front would go.
Oh,
Yeah.
Heather wants to know what we found out about the skin cancer.
Okay, so we just found out something yesterday. I got a little letter. I've been playing phone tag with the VA, and they sent me a letter that just said they don't think it's cancer, but
It could be an early squamous cell carcinoma, but they just want to do watchful waiting.
they want to watch it for 3 months. But what they said is it's probably irritated because you have headphones or sleeping on that side. I do not wear headphones and I do not sleep on that side. So I had to call them and let them know that, and she was like, "Oh, okay." So she's going to pass that information on to the team, and then they're going to. My biggest concern is the pain. So when I scratch it a little bit, it's painful. So that was the same thing that happened on the back of my neck, which was cancer. So we'll see. She's going to pass that information on, and then, with the VA, it's a wait and see situation.
Terry wants to talk about mama rabbits and why they eat bunnies, which I think you're going to cover on your Farm to Table, Cause We Can Farm to Table channel.
Yeah, we'll
in the
go
future.
more into that. I personally have not had a problem with that. But I do know some people that have. So I will talk about it a little bit more. Because it's not something that I personally have had to deal with, I don't know a great deal about it, but I am going to do some research and I'll share that information with you. That's probably going to be one of, well, if we get babies on the ground, then that'll definitely, I'll be talking more about the babies and stuff like that. I've been really lucky, though, not having.
Which in our case, they're babies in a bucket since they're not touching the ground.
Hi, Brenda from North Louisiana.
Good morning, Brenda.
It is 45 there, and it is 30 degrees here.
And it looks like it's kind of stopped snowing.
Yeah.
Yay, that'll be good.
Dave, you can use the ashes from the stove to clean the glass on the stove door.
Oh, that's interesting.
Never knew
We'll
that.
have to try that.
Yeah, that's good tip.
That is a good tip.
advice.
I just remembered a random fun fact.
Oh, what is it?
So apparently Komodo dragons, those really, really big lizards,
Uh-huh.
actually have venom in their mouth.
Mhm.
Everybody for the longest time thought it was the bacteria, but it's
Mhm.
not bacteria. The venom that they have would help make sure that they don't actually accidentally poison one another. So if it was a bacteria, then that's how they would have killed each other off when they fought.
Oh, gotcha. Because they are immune to it.
Interesting.
So
So when
they're
they bite
immune
each other.
because they have it performed through their veins.
I found it interesting that people that live where Komodo dragons are actually eat Komodo dragons.
I would totally try that.
Okay, there was something. Somebody.
Jan just had a basal melanoma removed
Mhm.
from her forehead. Now one eyebrow is 1 inch higher. Time for bangs. Unless you have curly hair, and then bangs are terrible.
Terrible.
So hopefully you don't have curly hair.
But you can like blow them out.
Thank you, Randall.
If you
Thanks for
guys hear the
shout out.
buzzing, it's because I'm getting a phone call.
Ignore it.
Yes, everybody watch Kimmy's channel. We are actually going to be filming a new intro that comes on to every single video. And I've been tossing it around, thinking about what do I want to do? How do I want to do it? And I think I figured it out. So pretty excited about getting that filmed. We were going to film it today, but since it's snowing and really cold, I don't think we are going to. We might though, if it warms up a little
Thomas
bit.
was just asking, are you having light snow? We were having heavy snow earlier.
Yeah.
Now it's light, but yes.
Yeah, now it's just really late. Are you near us, Thomas? Or are you just seeing it in the window?
Are you hiding behind the truck?
Hey, that's my thing.
We pull the sleeve.
Hi. I'm good, thank you. Kimmy's just getting a little warm. That's what I
That's funny.
do. That's how I roll.
So I guess I can't even remember what I think we are back to our regular videoing schedule.
Yeah.
We are going to just do the lives once a week for everybody and one a week for members. And the reason why we're doing it, as much as I love, thanks, Vicky.
Yeah.
Excited for all the new things we're learning, and we are too.
We are too.
Dave, you can get a wet paper towel and dip it in the
Ashes for the glass to clean the glass.
That's a good idea. We're
Yeah.
definitely gonna try that. I wish I would get a hot flash on my
Heather.
feet.
Always. I know, right?
Why can't I get a hot flash on my feet?
Are your feet cold?
Yes.
I can turn this back up and I can do this.
Crank us down a little bit. There we go. Kira.
I just need a
Kira's
little-
like, no. Kira's always cold.
Karen needs to carry a blanket and keep it in the truck.
She does.
You're
Because
dead.
because
The
she
dog's
li-
gone on it.
because she lives with two ladies that are menopausal. No, I'm
Lisa says the package has finally made it to the
Oh,
post office.
cool.
We'll check it out. We were just there.
Lisa, I am
days
terrible
ago.
about getting to the post office
I-
myself and mailing things out. So that's a real thing.
I did check it just a couple days ago when I was
Okay.
in town at the beekeeper class, but we'll talk about that a little bit
Yeah,
later on
you
my
guys
channel.
so excited about that kind of stuff.
And Thomas sees snowflakes.
Oh,
barely
okay.
out the
But
window.
yeah, it was dumping this morning.
It was crazy.
I mean, it looks like we're going to have a gray, cloudy day. I really hope the sun comes back out. The plan for today was to cut out shipping container windows, but I don't know. Sudden summers. I like it, Vicky.
Oh, that is perfect. I'll start using
Wood
that.
ash is good in compost. Can even mix ash with cement to strengthen concrete. There's so many uses for it.
I know it's good for birds, for chickens,
It's
right?
really good for the birds. I knew about the compost. I did not know about the concrete. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. We're getting really excited about the trip to Oklahoma. I watched one of Dutch's videos, and he said it was 80 there, and that's a little scary for us.
Man, my hot flashes are going to be really bad when I'm in Oklahoma.
So that'll be interesting. And then coming back here, and it's going to probably be in the 50s in here, which might be a little bit hard. Anita, you briefly had rabbits on your farm and your doe ate her young. It's so traumatizing. I can't read the rest of it. It went away.
So traumatizing. My little brother that was there were no more rabbits at the farm.
Oh, well, I do know that they'll do it for stress, or if they're brand new mamas and they're just kind of confused, or
They're over cleaning.
they could over clean. Can happen.
Here's a fun fact. Hamsters do the same thing. They're creepy.
So, I know a lot of times that people will give them one more opportunity as mamas, and if they continue to do that, then they cull the rabbit. Never fails. I always have hot flash every day at the same time, 6 p.m. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Well,
So at 5:48,
you stand in front of the refrigerator.
you throw an ice pack on your shoulder.
That's your cue to pull me out of the freezer for the next day's meal.
She's so smart and pretty. Look at this. 80 degrees might be a sudden Arizona summer. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
I did see, back to the Okie homestead thing of that fifth generation.
They're going to be there?
They're one of the speakers.
What?
I'm pretty excited about
really
it.
cool. Oh, that's
Listen
so
to what
cool.
Mary just said.
Okay.
Mary said I raised ferrets in the mommy would swallow their babies if they were frightened and then spit them back out.
Oh, that's so crazy.
That makes sense, because being wild-ish animals,
Crazy.
to rescue them,
Yeah.
that totally makes sense. Unlike what are those one animals that when they fear danger, they throw their babies at to save themselves?
That's terrible.
Dave, thank you so much.
Dave.
It's so sweet. We appreciate you.
Bird thing.
That is so
No,
sweet of
it's
you.
muskrats or something like that. There's a bird. There's an animal that mama that will throw their babies.
We're
They're
gonna
like
Google this.
sacrifice them because they feel like they can just make more. I don't know.
I can see that being a rat.
Hi, Marianne.
Hey, Marianne, we're glad you made it.
You're not late.
You just
you're here.
pre-watch.
Yeah.
Just watch the rest before. We talked about amazing things.
So who else is going to be at the Okie homestead besides
Yes.
Thomas? I know Thomas said he was going, right?
Oh, yeah, I
Still?
remember that. Yeah. And then
Who else? Because we want to see you.
we do.
Oh, it's so cute.
We did get shirts made, and we did put we've got a thing for the back that we'll show you once we get it put on, the sticker. And actually, we should have did it yesterday when the weather was so pretty and we were in
Yes.
town. We could have
Oh.
washed the truck.
Oh, yes, we should have. Oh, then we come up here to the mud and it gets
Eagle babies will throw a sibling out of the nest.
Oh.
I think my sister might have been an eagle. that just clears it all up.
A lot of survival makes sense.
You punched the wrong button. I'm a hot mama. I come in hot flashes.
That's what I'm going to start saying.
That's
I'm a hot mama.
That's perfect.
That's funny.
Huh.
I should say ferrets. So ferrets were so tame. They followed me around like kittens. They were so loving. Oh.
Oh, I had a friend who did ferret rescue, and he would get like the stinkiest, untaken care of ferrets, and it was disgusting. And his wife and I were really good friends, and it was just like, ugh. But he would retrain them, and they would get them descented, and then he was able to rehome them, and I thought that was really sweet.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
No, Kira, you're not getting a ferret. Quit looking at me. We need to not talk about this anymore because she wants one. And I have corgis, and my corgis would kill it. And then
Woo!
she would be mad at them.
I hope we do too, Heather.
Oh, Heather, I hope we win that freeze dryer. They've got so much cool stuff that they're going to have out there. I don't know. He said like $15,000 worth of
That would
giveaway
be
products.
Cool beans for sure.
Yeah.
I just found a loophole.
What?
Are you still friends with that friend?
I am not. And if I was, I wouldn't tell you.
That's not a loophole.
It is a loophole. because I
Unless
don't
you
have
go
To,
move with them.
yeah, no, it's not. It is a loophole because I don't have to keep them. I just pet them.
Oh, they're in Texas.
We still need to go visit Texas.
They are in Texas. So let's see what else. We've got about 15 minutes left this morning. Any questions that you have for us?
Comments? Do you want to say how pretty we are?
We love
how
hearing that.
Smart.
Ask about their favorite
How
snacks.
fun.
Oh, we just got blown up. Wait, I wanted the freeze dryer, Thomas.
Maybe we could share it if you win it.
If you
Priscilla, I love my ferret. He smelled, but you just have to keep them clean. I would use a squeaky toy to get him to come to me. Oh, how fun.
I had
Cute.
2 pet ferrets and they were hysterical. So when it was bath time and I showered and they would just sit in the shower with me and my Great Dane. Dane would just lay down and they just clinged to her. They were just so hysterical.
Heather, we are going to try to do some lives. We are also going to do lives on our trip there. Kim and I are going. Kira's actually staying, and we are just going to bomb it down there. So we're going to do some lives.
She's hanging out with a friend during spring break.
She's hanging out with her friend for spring break, and we're just going to get down there and do the Okie the 19th.
Ooh,
Wow,
Roxana
words are hard.
said they're giving also away a solar powered generator, and she's like, you guys could use that.
We really could use
we
that.
certainly could.
And so we're going to spend the one day there, and then we're coming back with the Johnsons. Like, we're doing a caravan back with the Johnsons.
That'll be fun.
You can. I had a kitten that would retrieve like a
That's
dog.
fun.
He thought he was
That's
a
Yeah,
dog.
there's a girl on YouTube who trained her rats that when she sneezed, they bring her a tissue.
That's cute.
It's adorable.
I had some Bengal cats. I had a Bengal cat that I taught agility to with clicker training.
That's so cool.
I'm not hearing a no.
When we're done building, we'll
She's
see.
like, I'm not hearing it now.
Aw,
see,
Chuck,
you're
you're so
awesome.
fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck.
We are planning on doing some rescue cats for the barn, for barn cats. So that's planned.
In the future, we're actually talking about doing rescues for other things
We are.
as well. So
Setting up a rescue group. I've worked with a couple of dog rescue places, and I'd like to get the training for maybe some wild animal rehab thing happening for wild animals that get
amazing.
So we're gonna look into that and then set up pens and stuff for that.
Becca has a autistic brother. That's
Oh,
so cool. Does he watch? Does he see Kira do all the fun things that she does on
Yeah.
her channel?
Marianne says she used to have hamsters that would squeak every time the fridge door would open.
That what? I missed it.
Marianne had hamsters that would squeak every time the fridge door would open.
Oh, those tattletales. I'm missing all the comments. I can't see them.
Terry said you can get 50 to 100 word vocabulary with a lot of CAO. I don't know.
I don't know what that means. How much of your property is actual usable? That's a good question. So there's quite a bit of this property that I haven't even walked. It is a mountain. We're probably using about 3 acres right now.
It's a mountain. Do you see us walking around? Like, really?
My son has walked quite a bit more of it because I broke my foot whenever he came out and they were walking looking for another build site. And he said it kind of flattens out in a couple of spaces naturally, and then you have more slope. So I know that we will be working on flattening out some areas to do some things. And up over Kimmy's shoulder, Julie's messaging me. Does she not know that we do lives in the morning? But back up in this, there's a hill behind Kimmy, and I'm thinking of clear cutting that and making that pasture for the goats and the sheep, because we will be getting some sheep. Thomas
Thomas says his wife is allergic to cats. Get a hairless one. That'll make her happy. That'll make you happy.
Kira wants a hairless one, but we say no.
Rebecca said she's going to try to get her brother to subscribe to the channel.
Oh, good idea.
She'll let him know. And Chris says, Rebecca, you're a blessing. You both are.
Yes.
You both are blessings.
Definitely.
Because I know you both have
Kira's a
autistic children.
huge inspiration.
And Randall also
And apparently
has
she's
autistic.
tired now.
I was gonna tell him about the hairless kitties. I was all excited,
Oh.
and then someone swoops in and steals my fish.
I'm sorry. Hey, why don't you tell him about the hairless kitties?
Bobby would be so jealous, Mary Ann. You're right.
Yeah.
Oh, see, Thomas said that's what my wife said too, but they're kind of ugly, aren't they? They're creepy looking.
They are creepy.
I think they're
You're
cool.
so mean.
I would totally own one just because I like things like
wouldn't.
that. But I don't think I have doggy doors. I wouldn't be able to keep a cat inside.
Yeah.
I would love having one because then I could put sweaters all over it.
But I think they're Siamese. I think they're related to Siamese cats, and Siamese cats have some attitude to them. That's why I like them. I like.
She does
I
like,
do like
animals with
grumpy
attitude.
animals.
So her dogs, Justin and Chloe, has the most attitude of any corgi I've ever seen.
She's the best. If you're at the Okie homestead, you'll get to meet her.
Yes. And
Don't touch her belly.
Justin is totally different. He is like, I don't think he even is a corgi, or he doesn't know he's a corgi.
He doesn't know he's a
like
corgi.
he doesn't know what an attitude is.
Yeah, he's genetically tested and papered, so we know he's definitely a corgi. But he is super affectionate, super cuddly.
Yep.
All the things corgis usually are not.
And I'd like you to know, Marianne, my cat might be jealous of other cats, but he apparently likes dogs. So,
He does. Yeah.
yeah, so he thinks he's a dog.
Once we're fully set up, then we'll be looking at a couple of more dogs for these guys. If you work with your cat, Minnie will wear clothes. That's true. My Siamese cats that I had, they actually wore leashes and harnesses. They'd walk on the leash. They'd wear clothes. They'd do all kinds of
Trick
things.
is you got to start them young.
Yeah, Bobby tried to smother me when I put it.
Vicky, yes, the Maine Coon cats
They're
are the huge ones.
Beautiful.
And I'm actually thinking that once the house is built, not the shipping container house, but the regular house, of getting either a Maine Coon or a Norwegian forest cat.
I love Maine Coons.
That's what I want.
But
They're
now
very
we're not
pretty.
getting both.
Because I'm not the cat lady and I like dogs, but I really like cats too, but I don't want 700 cats. Kira would like to have 700 cats, which is why she's probably going to get a tiny house above the garage where the barn cats can come in and hang out with her.
Yes, that's a win-win for sure.
What else do we got?
Let's see.
Grew up with Siamese. They were super hunters. Terry, they are. We had, so I was in snowing hard again. I was in Arizona and we had rattlesnakes really bad that would come into the yard and the Siamese cats would kill them. Just straight up kill them, drag them to the
So
front porch.
crazy. Heather has a funny story about a friend who had a ferret that would grab the cigarette and would put it in its mouth and act like he was smoking.
That's so bad.
So her friend would have to hide his cigarettes.
I think he might have been a smoker in his past life before he turned into
hysterical.
a ferret.
That's so funny.
Our two ferrets were hysterical too. They were named Zach and Ozzy. Ozzy was so chillaxed. He's like, okay, I'm good. And loved hanging out with my Great Dane. Every time my Great Dane would lay down, he'd be like,
Hi, Susan.
He'd just roll into her crossed arms and
Susan.
just sleep with her.
Mary, that's what I thought too.
Yep. And Zach was hysterical. He'd grab onto your pant legs and then shake his head like a dog, and then just hold on. She was like, now what do I do with it? I killed it.
That's funny. Mary said the Sphinx, which is the hairless cats, have big attitudes and they are related to the Siamese. That's
That's
actually
why Heather would like them.
That's why I would like them, because I like attitude cat. I like animals with attitudes.
Attituded animals.
Which is why when I was training dogs for a living, I worked with all the aggressive dogs and the dogs that were going to be put to sleep if you couldn't fix them. Those were my favorites. I probably relate.
I like the cuddly ones.
Oh, Kelly, honey, you are so much in my thoughts today, and I'm going to give you a call later this afternoon. And I'm glad that you slept. So just let me know what time would be good to call you.
Hugs, girl.
Apparently, Terry said if you talk to your Siamese.
Mary, you do too? You like those attitude ones?
You can have a conversation with
See?
them.
Huh?
Terry said if you talk with your Siamese, you can have a conversation with your Siamese.
You can.
Do you understand what they say?
Charles, so I had this cat, Charles, we got him when I was 14, and he passed away. Actually, he got super depressed when I left and went in the military, and passed away while I was in basic training. But he would sit and have full-on conversations with you.
Randall says you like the attitude animals, but just not
the
roosters.
roosters. Yeah, it's very true. I missed what
Susan said. That's great that you worked with attitude dogs.
I did. The worst one that I had, they showed up with him in a crate in the back, and it was a white German Shepherd, and they actually just pushed the crate off the back of the truck with a stick because he was trying to kill everybody.
Oh.
That one was really hard.
Did you save him?
That one was really hard.
Let's leave it at that. Terry says, look also at your big Burmese-based cats in the Siamese, Russian blue, etc.
Oh, yeah, those are pretty. I really like those.
Does anybody know anything about a Turkish fan cat? Because I had one, and she was amazing. Her coloring was so funny. She loved Aunt Heather. Mind you, she did not like Aunt Heather's occasional raspberries on her belly. She's
Yes,
like, no.
like that.
But she was like, oh, you're here.
Kelly, I want a Maine Coon too. I have a friend that had Maine Coons in Washington, and they were so cool. And she had a big cat patio with her chairs and stuff on them, so she could go out there and sit. But
remember that beautiful house
4 more
across
minutes.
the street from me?
Yes.
They had a Maine Coon that would just come and help
I
itself.
remember he would come over, and I'd be like,
Right.
hey, hey, cat across the street.
Yes. Come in and make itself at home.
There's a place in Priest River that has a whole bunch of them, adult ones right now, that they're... No more. Don't read anymore. Dang it, Kira's reading them. That they're adopting. Kira, we don't have space for it until the house is done. We can't even have that conversation. So hopefully,
How much of my
when the
things do I need
house
to throw
is
away?
hopefully once the house is done, they're still doing that.
Ragdolls are big snugglers.
Mary, I feel like that myself.
Susan says, great job on the stove hookup. I hope it keeps you warm.
We do too. Of course, it's warming up, and I do have to purchase the kit so that it can all be connected and it's not just kind of leaking all the way around, so water can get in and that kind of stuff. So once that's done, it'll make a big difference. But we've got quite a bit done this week. I'm excited for you guys to see what's coming up this next week, and we're moving along and we're getting stuff done, and it's just exciting.
And we appreciate...
We're almost to framing the inside of the shipping container.
We appreciate you guys coming and watching so
We
much.
do.
You guys, you guys just make us motivated and want to get out there and do things. And
we got the bellows.
You guys are also
Kelly, I think we're cooking on it today. So
that would be
we're
cool.
so excited with the Dutch oven that you gave us. I think we're gonna do some kind of soup in it today. Since we don't have like meat, like a roast or anything. That would be the best.
That would be the best.
Did you fix the stove? Marianne, we did. Yes, we did. I do think that possibly the issue that we're having now is when you open the door, the smoke kind of rolls out of the door. And it's actually pretty bad. It gets really hard to be in the shipping container. We have to then open all the windows, so then you lose your heat. So we're systematically working through the things that they say it may be, and there's a possibility that it's because our pipe isn't tall enough past the shipping container, which is extremely frustrating because when I bought it, back to this, bad advice from the seller, I told them to give me the amount that they would need for it to come up over the thing. And so we put up everything that we have, and I'd have to purchase more. So that's a little bit frustrating.
Thanks, Heather.
Chris, I will look up the kitten that you suggested if someone will let me know what it is.
He just said, just look them up on the internet, 500 a kitten.
I'm guessing he's talking about the Maine Coon.
Or the Norwegian forest cat.
Terry says that would be an updraft problem despite its root cause.
So by updraft, you mean it's that's what you were talking about, that it's not high enough, the pipe's not high enough past the shipping container?
Kelly said it needs to be 2 feet at least.
I think it is 2 feet.
Yeah. You'll see in the upcoming video because it's like literally right next to us as we're filming.
Yeah, it's definitely 2 feet above the shipping container. Now, to be fair, I haven't like put all the screws in and tightened everything down. So, I mean, maybe I'm going to do that first. But I'm not doing that until we get the framing in around all of the rest of the framing in, because I'm going to have to pull all that down to frame around that. Brenda, enjoy the rest of your day. Brenda. I hope the sun peeks through too. The snow is back and it's coming in sideways. So the wind is a real thing today, apparently. It's so crazy.
At least you got your drying road fish for the wind.
Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat, apparently. Some stoves have to reach a certain temperature before it will draft right. Mary, I'm kind of thinking that might be what it is. Kira likes to crank it down to 200 degrees in the lower of the optimum instead of 500, and so I think that is a possibility. Every time I checked it yesterday, it was at around 200 to 250 degrees, and so she's giving me a face because I say this to her all the time. You're getting it too low. You're getting it too low. So 500, I know, is the optimal that it should be, and did not get there at all yesterday.
I'd like you to know I keep trying to get it to 500. It's just not working with me, okay? Your stove is fighting me.
Why you fight me, bro? Well, we've hit an hour. Anything really quick. We'll stay here for like 2 more minutes. Hey, Heather, I'm going to Gold Wing Ride. Want to come? Oh, it does they have the best seats. My stepdad had a Gold Wing, and I would fall asleep on it all the time. I was 10 years old.
I won't drive unless it's a spider, but I will ride, so yes.
Oh, we just put Josie into storage. I need a new battery for her. Josie's my Harley.
You have to see the upcoming video because she features her heart. Well, it doesn't feature, but her Harley's on it.
How do you make mayo, Mary? It is an inside day. Maybe we could make some mayo.
Mary, oh my gosh, I laughed so hard when you put that on my channel in the comments. I was just laughing. I showed it to Heather. We were just cracking up.
Hi, Laura. We missed you.
Yes, we're getting ready to get off, honey.
We are. We're getting ready to take off.
Go back and watch it.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So we're going to continue to do Tuesdays at 10 for the lives from here on out. We'll start out with a question or kind of trying to do it podcast style that makes it so that I can make it a searchable thing and more people will want to go back and watch it, which helps the channel out in 2 ways. 1, it's views, and 2, they get to know us so that they become invested and want to watch the rest of the channel. So we'll have some kind of question, and then we'll discuss questions that you guys have of videos for the week from the last 5 days. And then we'll just go into random chats of whatever you guys want to talk about and questions that you have.
And then Thursday is live for members.
A member only live.
Yes. Again
at 10 o'clock. So I hope that works out for everybody. We love getting to do these.
Yes.
We do have to scale them back because it was advised by YouTube that, and we have gotten some emails that you'll lose subscribers and you won't retain new subscribers if all you do is lives.
Yeah.
So as much fun as we have with them, we do need to scale them back, and maybe eventually we can start a separate channel that's just lives or podcast situation. We have talked about that also because we could do live podcasts. So we love having you guys. We love getting to hang out with you guys. Enjoy your coffee. Enjoy your day.
Cheers to all you.
Bye.
God bless.
Bye.